When the system at TechCorp crashed for over 3 hours, 20 top engineers surrounded flashing red screens, desperate for answers. Michael Harrison, the arrogant chief technology officer, shouted in frustration, "If you're as smart as you think you are, fix it now." His voice echoed through the control room. That was when Kesha Williams, a 24-year-old black delivery girl, happened to arrive with Michael's lunch order. Her thermal bag still hung from her shoulder as she glanced at the screen and spoke calmly. "That error looks like a cache memory conflict. You rebooted without clearing the pending transaction buffer." The entire room fell silent. 20 engineers, all with high salaries and degrees from elite schools, stared at her in disbelief. Michael laughed mockingly. "You? Please, go back to your deliveries. This is real work." Even David Park, the senior engineer, smirked. "Girl, this isn't a toaster. This system moves millions of dollars." But Kesha didn't flinch. "When you realize I'm right, remember this moment," she said quietly. Michael laughed again. Yet, when they reluctantly tried her suggestion, the system was running perfectly within 2 minutes, just as she had predicted. 3 days later, Michael still couldn't shake the humiliation. A woman he considered beneath him had solved what his entire team could not. When he learned Kesha had once studied computer science but dropped out due to financial hardship, he used his influence to destroy her. Calling every delivery app, he falsely claimed she'd been disrespectful, and by the next day, Kesha was banned from all 3 platforms she worked for. Sitting at her kitchen table surrounded by her mother's medical bills, she felt rage and determination boiling inside her. Her mother, Helen, recovering from chemotherapy, asked softly, "What's wrong, honey?" Kesha smiled gently. "Just a problem at work. I'll fix it." That night, she opened her old laptop and began coding again. Not for money this time, but to fight back. Every line of code she wrote was filled with the pain and strength of years of discrimination. 2 weeks later, while Michael bragged to his team about ruining her, Jennifer Chun, one of TechCorp's senior programmers, secretly recorded him. She later found Kesha online and reached out. "He sabotaged your career. I have proof." When they met, Jennifer played the recording. Outraged, Kesha listened as Michael's voice dripped with arrogance. Jennifer handed her a paper with TechCorp's client list and said, "Maybe it's time he faces justice." That night, Kesha launched a project that would expose everything. She developed a new cybersecurity platform capable of detecting hidden system vulnerabilities in seconds. Then, under a pseudonym, she began offering free audits to TechCorp's major clients. Within days, reports signed by K. Williams revealed major flaws in TechCorp's software. Soon, Michael's phone rang nonstop. Clients were furious after receiving Kesha's reports, exposing his negligence. 12 contracts were canceled in 24 hours. Then Jennifer sent a company-wide email revealing his prejudice, attaching the recording. Within an hour, the story spread across social media and tech news. When Michael burst into Jennifer's office, demanding she be fired, Kesha entered with a lawyer and journalists behind her. Calmly, she said, "I'm here for that audit you said I couldn't do." In front of cameras, she displayed irrefutable evidence of TechCorp's negligence, proof that cost millions in losses. Facing lawsuits and disgrace, Michael begged for understanding, but Kesha simply said, "Someone needed to show you that competence has no color." 6 months later, Kesha sat in her own office, CEO of Secure Code Solutions, a cybersecurity firm that had become one of the fastest growing in the country. Jennifer was now her operations director, and her mother's health had improved. Former TechCorp clients now lined up to work with her. Meanwhile, Michael had lost his job, reputation, and wealth. He lived in a small apartment, forgotten by the same industry that once praised him. Kesha's company thrived, employing dozens of underestimated talents like her. When asked how she felt about Michael, she replied, "The best revenge isn't destruction, it's success. Competence has no race and dignity needs no validation."